What are you saying with like Amarim? Do you think?
I like listening.
Like what you're telling me the other week about like.
Man just gives it up, mate. He just gives it up. I can't lie. I do. The one thing I like about Amber being there is man just spilling the tea, boy. Like telling us about all the owners, what they're thinking, contractual obligations.
Okay, boom, here we are, man. Now, I go by the name of Dami, myself. Some of you may know me, my friends and people out there. And to my right is...
Shubz.
Yes.
Minichats.
Yeah, Shubz Minichats. Sorry to cut you off there, bro. And yeah, man, this is my bro and I. Football podcast right now is what we're doing. And yeah, man, like, look, we're bros. I've been into football for as long as I can remember, man, because this guy, he wouldn't let me sleep watching Match of the Match of the Day come on late, having to battle sleep. It was like a soldier regiment boot camp. Like me versus my little bro, whoever's sleeping is getting dubbed for the next week. So until next week of Match of the Day. So yeah, man, as long as I can remember, I've been into football, and man, my bro is the one who really got me into it, because our dad really is like, he's into football, but like,
Nah, he's not.
Yeah, he's not.
It's like, we're literally the first generation.
Yeah, like dad's more into music and that type of stuff for sure. But when it comes to football, it's mad because bare Nigerians, like bare of his friends are quite into it, but I guess dad's just never really had much of an interest. So for sure, my bro here, he taught me like everything more or less I know about football, kind of raised me into football. Kind of, so yeah, man, but yeah, and really, so we're just gonna go in about the teams we support. That's just basically the background of who we are, you know what I'm saying, and we're bros, you know, just been into football for our whole lives, really, and we're hitting our 30s now, and yeah, man, like, well, I'm 28, and I don't know if you want to reveal your age.
3-2.
Yeah. 3-2. Oh shit, yeah, but yeah, man, so yeah, basically that's just the background and everything. But let's just go into the teams we support and why we support them, because it's a question I always get whenever I let people know the team I support. It's always, why that teams?
Why Liverpool when you're based in London?
Yeah, man, exactly, always. And yeah, man, Liverpool's the team I support, and the reason why really is because, so when we were young, obviously Shubz got me into football, and being in North London, he had all the Arsenal videos, everything, so I just watched Arsenal. We were from East Finchley, it's very Arsenal centric around there. So yeah, like, and when it came to teams, Shubz was like, look though, you need to pick like your own team, because you don't want to just copy what I'm picking. I'm more young at the time, like you must have been like 5 or 6 or something, yeah, like I was young as well, maybe 4. So yeah, like then actually it was this Michael Owen, bro. Like I was watching teams, Michael Owen, Robbie Fowler, Liverpool at the time was just, yeah, man, John Barnes even back then a little bit, he was still sticking around, Ian Rush a bit, but it was mainly Matt Manaman, Robbie Fowler, Stephen Gerrard was coming in, Michael Owen was like coming in, but he was just mad, was like up top, yeah, he was different, and when it came to picking a team, that was it. It was them and like Madrid. I kind of like Madrid as well for some reason. I love like Zidane and Raul and shit, Figo. But yeah, like it ended up for sure being Liverpool, man. And yeah, but definitely no regrets for me, man. But that is, to be honest, that's the reason I support Liverpool, bro. Like, that's why. But I followed them, stuck through, and I think I've stuck through the worst times in Liverpool's history. So yeah, no one can really say anything. But yeah, anyway, Shubz, bro, why do you support Arsenal?
I'm a Gooner because obviously the proximity, North London, it was a natural thing to do, but most people my generation are going to tell you Henry.
For sure.
Was just too, he was too inspirational. Like, because I actually came into football late. 2002, the Chelsea Cup final was the first full Arsenal game I actually watched.
Okay.
And then I had to go back, do research backwards. So, yeah, that FA Cup final when Lundberg had red hair, straight away he was my guy.
Yeah, I remember
Ray
that
Parlour.
then. Yeah.
Like,
Who was that on the Chelsea, Hasselbank?
Hasselbank.
Yeah. Good Johnson? No.
They might have even had
back then.
Petit, White, Dennis Wise, I don't know.
Yeah.
A young John Terry, Desai, all them, man.
Yeah. That was their partnership at the back, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that was my first game, and then obviously I just fell in love with Arsenal, and then Henry just became, as I kept watching him, he just became undeniable, and those years after the FA Cup final, basically, were obviously our greatest time, most successful period. So, I just loved the club so much.
But yeah, man. So also, I was thinking it would be a good idea to tell the people why we're actually doing this podcast. And for me, bro, since I always just need to express my football thoughts, whether it was back in the day on Facebook making mad big statuses about it, or even just on TikTok chatting shit about what I think Liverpool should do and this and that. Excuse my French. Yes, to make people know that. But nah, for me, man, yeah, that's this is just, you know what? On my group chat, we always talk football and message football. But everyone's growing now and it's getting less active, and it's fine. It's a natural thing in the group chat where everyone's kind of just not really talking about football as much, and that's calm because we're just all living our lives. But this is a perfect way for me to express my vent, just chat, waffle about football. Do you know what I'm saying? And man, get some hot takes out there. You know what I'm saying? I've always had I look at football in a different way, the weird way to many people. Do you know what I'm saying? So this is a nice way for me to be able to definitely just get that out there. But why, what's your answer for that question, man? Why are you?
Why? What's it again? Why?
Yeah. So why are you doing the pod? Really? What's?
Yeah. No. Kind of the same. To vent online. Cause I haven't covered Arsenal online. You were saying. Obviously used to be quite heavy on the socials with it, and it's been a couple years, and I've been offline. Yeah. Obviously having discussions actual in the Finsbury area.
Yeah, man.
With dedicated fans, and it's been nice, but also like yourselves, obviously we've had quite an active summer and all of these things, so
yeah,
it feels there is a lot to talk about, and I know the pressure is on as well. So, I kind of wanted to just do more Arsenal talk again. I've kind of missed sharing my opinions and thoughts on Arsenal in this space. So
yeah, no, I hear that, man. Yeah, you know what, man, it's just a perfect platform to be able to vent your football. I feel it's a good way to just be able to express it, and why not just share it, you know what I'm saying? There's probably
I agree.
a lot of fans on either side that they might just have a thing to say, might agree, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I think it's a good reason. But let's really get into this. So we're literally fresh off of watching Arsenal and Man U.
Yeah.
Man U were home, of course, at Old Trafford. The season's just kicked off. First Super Sunday. Solid win from Arsenal's side, 1-0 to Arsenal. Yeah, they saw out a clean sheet, which is important. But bro, Shubz, man, yo, take it away. This is your team. Let us know your reaction, how you feel about fresh feelings, innit? This is fresh off the results. So yeah, man, just let us know.
Can't complain about Arsenal. 1-0, Old Trafford. Obviously, the way we got the result is obviously still the concern, but I'm pleased with that. It's a good way to start the season. Obviously, it's a big game, regardless of where Man U are in the table these days. It's still a big game. It always will be a big game. And obviously, United have got some sort of enthusiasm after the window they've had.
Yeah.
We can get into whether like believe it's been a great window like they think or not, but they are enthusiastic. I've been seeing them come out of the woodworks a bit more lately. So
yeah, what the fan base is saying,
you know, just talking a lot with Sesko, this and all of that. So it was a big game. So.
Yeah, for sure, man. It's a big, but like it's funny because it was a big game, but if you actually look at positionally and all of that, it wouldn't be like normally a team that finishes second versus a team that finishes 15th would be how it goes.
It shouldn't be,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? But obviously, because it's Man U in these circumstances, it makes it always like a big game. That's kind of what's expanded this like top 8, top 6 is really they've like expanded it. Them and Tottenham and these teams with just moving out, but still being teams that are able to attract big players and etc. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, bro, like. What else with the game and stuff?
Yeah, so the result was good. I think the result was good. Like, obviously at first, like when it started, and then we go with a Calafiori long throw.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, like score by any means necessary, and I'm not against finding different ways to score, but I do want to get away from those being our best chances, like most clearest chances, like celebrate.
Arteta's got a new trick out that bag.
Yeah, but like some of these tricks now, like and the thing is, we scored from a corner, so like obviously you can't complain about it, but in terms of like from open play, I do want to see a bit more.
Yeah,
I think the front three we've got just we need to click a bit soon.
Yeah, because I mean you're saying it needs to click, but. Definitely fans around England will say there's no more excuse for the front three. There's no more excuses. You've got your man, the Knight, the striker. You've got
I agree.
Saka, we know what Saka's capable of. On the left, people have questions about Martinelli, but it seems like I guess some of the Arsenal fans might still want more work done in January regarding the left. I feel like. But yeah, how do you feel about that? In fact, to be fair,
no, I'm a fan of Martinelli, to be honest. Like I do believe in him. The thing with him though is I think he's got a situation where maybe he's just not really suited to Arteta's style of play in terms, especially on that flank. So the thing is, Madueke's a weird one. The signing, because he's decent, but I don't know if 50 million is a bench player. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, what is really the plan? And like, he'll be immediate backup for Saka, and then be in rotation with Martinelli. But he might suit our flank a bit more. I think when he's sort of playing wide, he'll have a more wider game than Martinelli. Lewis Skelly. It would suit our inverted left back. Even Calafiori today, even though I like his overlaps, he did come inside into pockets quite often.
Yeah.
And I think that will always be a part of our design. Yeah. On the ball. So Madueke might suit. There'll be a lot of games for Madueke to thrive, I think, because he keeps it wide. Obviously, I'm also one of the people that would like to see Eze. Yeah, I do like his stuff.
But explain. So if Eze does come in, what is the plan? Where does he play? Does he come off the bench or does he start? Or what's if you want to see him? How do you want to see it with Madueke, Eze?
How do you use him?
Trossard still?
That's what I'm saying. He for me, he would be Trossard's replacement.
Okay.
Because I think technically he offers the same technical security. Obviously a bit more. He's a bit more skillful in that. Probably less goals because Trossard was really efficient. Yeah, he was really efficient. So
coming off the bench every game, because that was what Trossard was, and sometimes rotating and starting.
Yeah, it'll be rotational because sometimes we can do Eze on the left with the front three, or there's some games you can put him in the midfield three. For example. we took Rice off for Marino.
Yeah.
And I like Marino, but I think Marino's best performances from us have come up front, not in midfield.
Yeah.
And it's like, he's had a solid Arsenal career, but not in the position we signed him to do so.
Yeah.
So we're still actually kind of missing like another offensive-ish midfielder that has thrived at, like, depends what we do with Nwaneri, like, what's his best position? Right wing, centre mid, we don't know yet.
Yeah.
But
like
I think
Cam, you mean right wing or Cam?
Yeah, but
like 8.
That's what I'm saying. That's the challenge, because
Okay.
we play with we usually play with the 4-3-3.
Yeah.
Sometimes 4-2-3-1. But like Eze there'll be some games as well when we're chasing it.
Yeah.
Odegaard and Eze in the middle. Like if we're chasing a game, you can do that.
True,
do you know what I mean?
true,
So like just having another creative player, like right footed this time, would probably like have me quite satisfied with our like midfield and attack, or pretty much a squad really. I think that's one of the pieces that are missing. We can go on about like all the positions we can upgrade, but like that for me is kind of a crucial thing. But it depends on what Trossard does as well. But I'm quite satisfied with the squad. Obviously, it's not like the most exciting, but I do think all profiles have been covered. Like that's where I do stand with it. Like there's not really any gaps in our team in our squad anymore. The only question is about the quality. So is Gyökeres that guy that will score 20 goals this season?
Yeah, I mean, that was my next question about like what's your feeling on Gyökeres? Because it's a big thing for the fan base. You got your striker now. It's been a while. So the striker you've got, the man you've got, in terms of the market and what was available. You know, obviously Sesko went to the other team we were playing for. It seems like you had the pick of either one, you know what I'm saying? It was all down to money really and stuff. So yeah man, like compared to all of the other options this market, how do you feel about who you've gone for and his performance just in the game just now? Yeah.
Like he was decent today, but it was just a bit scrappy. Technically, like there's still a lot to be desired. To be honest. Like I think like the link up play has to improve. Otherwise, then like if he's as scrappy on the ball as he seemed today, then the whole dynamic of the front three and what might be the best front three looks different. Like he might just be a straight runner, and like does that complement Martinelli, who's kind of an outlet as well? Like I don't know. So like man, like but he was strong. Like his hold up play was good. Like I saw him muscle. Like he dominated.
He was physically, he looked physically good, man.
Yeah, and De Ligt is no like he's no weakling. So
like, he looked physically capable for the Prem for sure. To me, like
strength wise,
physically.
Maybe fitness wise, he might have. I wouldn't say gassed out, but he became a bit less impactful like before he came off. But you know, at least we got Havertz to come on as well, so it's decent options. Yeah,
man. Yeah, alright, man. So it sounds like satisfied, really. Satisfied.
Yeah,
but let's say you got him let's say you got in Sesko instead, or like Ekitike instead, or like Isak instead. Like, in fact, for those three options, would have you rather taken like Sesko or Gyökeres? Who would have you rather taken? Like right now, with your circumstances, you need to win what's the gamble in it?
Because Sesko wouldn't really have been my main option anyway. So like with the context around what we're doing now, I'm okay with Gyökeres.
Okay, because
Ekitike is more of an instant. Now that's the situation. Like where that's like I do like Ekitike a lot, but like here like. Yeah, like if we were gonna go for a project striker, which he still is, like he's still got a bit to prove. He's still got to develop. So I would have liked him, but obviously Isak was the one for everyone. Like that was really the one that would take. But like we do need like obviously now the pressure is on us to try and win the Prem. Yeah, we do need that finished article that's gonna take us over the line. So that's why I'm not too displeased with Gyökeres, but he has to deliver. And for me, him delivering, because his general play isn't like I could kind of allow Jesus on his goal scoring record because of what else he does, and like even when we signed him, I knew we weren't signing a goal scorer. That's not what I was looking at him as. So like even Havertz, I knew like he's not a natural striker. So even that, I was looking at the other things he would bring to the team. Gyökeres, I'm strictly judging on goals. Like, literally all goals. And like for me, that's like almost meant to be the Aubameyang like replacement. And one last thing with that, right, is like I do agree that this was the type of signing we needed, even if he's not really ideally my type of striker, because even Aubameyang, right, when he was here, like, as much as I loved watching him, as much as I appreciated him, there was still a part of me that was like, but I do, like, sometimes on the ball, his general play can be a bit annoying, and there was, I was ready to move on from him when the time did come. Yeah. And but one thing you can look at on the flip side is that Aubameyang was the influence in the last or the only trophy Arteta's won for Arsenal. Yeah. Like he basically won that cup final on his own. So maybe, and even though our play wasn't that great during those times, maybe sometimes you just need that guy that. So if we're now judging Arsenal on titles, then maybe, you know, accepting that our football's going to be a bit less. It was less last season anyway. It was terrible to watch at times. Yeah. And
if the guy guarantees goals.
If he guarantees goals and that takes us to the title, then I'll accept the rough bits of play and stuff that I don't really value in his game as much. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I hear that. But even like, I even want to go into a bit of a review of like what I saw in the game and what I took from it and everything. Yeah. And just like in terms of Man U, like it's looking a little bit long for them, I'd say, and they look better for sure. They looked like it's early days. They look better. Like Mbeumo looked good. Like he's obviously got the physical capabilities we've seen because he's already proven, and he showed it. I think today they were like a bit unlucky. However, like for them, there was this early in the game they were trying to do like quick link up play where maybe it will be knock to him, one touch to him, one touch back, and then a through ball to this one. But there'll be like maybe the third pass, they just couldn't connect it. Do you know what I'm saying? Which it was like it's too quick for the capability of the players almost. You know what I'm saying? You know when you can see that, where it's like, they just don't have the quality to be able to actually do this. It's like it's very intense to be able to do that type of thing. And man, I've got a bit of a hot take when it comes to Man U, to be honest. And like, look, I know some of the fans, this is for Man U fan. I'm a Liverpool fan myself, innit? But this is from just watching Man U over the last few years. Obviously, I don't feel like no pressure from them anymore, man, because I'm sorry, they've just been terrible for a minute, bro. Yeah. But like, I think they need to move on from Bruno, bro. I'll be honest. And like, it's a little bit like when and it's at a lesser level, but when we had Coutinho, and Coutinho is a great for Liverpool, bro. But like recently, I was watching some of his like towards the end of his tenure at Liverpool, some highlights. He was so cold, like just everything he could just do, a magician on the ball from that cam area.
Let me ask you one thing then, right? So when you're saying with the Coutinho thing, do you think selling him helped you guys succeed because of the money he brought in, or actually because there wasn't a way to actually fit him in the team? Like, if he didn't bring the money in,
both. Now, obviously, it works in tandem in it at the time. This wouldn't be a concern. Money's not a concern for Man U, but like after saying they took away the sandwiches, this the last month, what I saw, that's not a concern for them. But the main thing and the priority is always, it shouldn't be money, it should be the team and why that's the main reason for Coutinho. I weren't even really thinking much about the dough when we got the dough and it was a good deal and we're happy for it and we were able to get Van Dijk and Alisson with it, which definitely brought us some titles. Didn't buy them for us, but it helped us, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I can't deny that for sure. However, when I look at our team, when we had Coutinho, we were good, but with those type of players, and this I'm going to explain it later what I mean about these type of players, but they can get you to like Champions League level where you might get to the quarters or round of 16 or knockout, but they'll never get you to like where you need to go if you're trying to win big trophies and shit and stuff. Sorry, excuse my French again. But the reason why is because similar with Bruno, it's like, is he in the attacking part of the team or is he in the midfield? And when don't get it twisted, some managers like Slot, he likes to have players that can play in two positions and have them kind of move fluidly through them. It works with him. Some managers, they can definitely manage that very well. But with Coutinho, I remember when we had him up top, he weren't explosive enough it's when we brought in Mane, at least we brought in Mane. I think Salah will be brought in as well. Potentially. Yeah, I think Salah was in. And suddenly our attack was so like explosive, and he needs the ball at his feet a lot.
Yeah.
And it kind of he's a magician. If they work off of him, they can maybe find space. But with Bobby, who is more link up, he's magician with it as well. But it's very like quick and link type of magician. Not I need to dribble and take on this one and that one. So he was, in that case, he was a bit too, not explosive enough, I'd say, for attacking. He didn't really have the mind for it, kind of, I'd say. Like, he didn't have the experience for that position. But when he was in midfield, he was in the Prem, it got to a point where it was fine. He was cold in the Prem. That's the thing. He was cold for like Prem level, like
Coutinho.
Bruno. Yeah, similar to Bruno. No, Coutinho. Yeah. He would smash it against Bournemouth and West Ham. But then once you're getting to like, when you're trying to get to that Champions League, you need like, it's such a high level, bro. And big games in the Prem. It's such a high level where you can get exposed when you're not. Like, even, you know what I'm saying, even a little bit I saw with Bruno today, where in the link up and when he's deep a little bit, there's a bit of exposure because he hasn't got really the utilities to be a deep playing midfielder that, you know what I'm saying? And when those players, they can get you just so far, I feel like. But then there's a time to say, look, like, we thank you for everything, but we got to move up. We got to move on, you know what I'm saying? And I do feel like for Man U, like, because it's always, they've changed everything but that, and nothing changes. And like, I know that sounds mad, and Kuna's now come in as a 10. It's like them kind of preparing for that a little bit, because now they've pushed him deep, which is to me a message to him, of like, look, up top, this is who we still want to hold on to you. I think they said they want to sell. A lot of the fans saying they want to sell him next season.
It was heavily linked with Saudi.
Saudi and the stuff they're saying. So I guess they're saying this is kind of his last. But that was a bit of a message as, look, we don't really trust you in the attacking quarter of the team. You know what I'm saying? So we know your influence, captain. You would play with heart. And you've got technical ability is there. You know what I'm saying? It's there. But it's not elite. Yeah. So he might sometimes... There's passes that, like, he turns away possession quite a bit, a lot more than elite level cams and, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man. And I do feel that way for Man U, honestly, man. Like, I think a lot won't change until they make that big change, I'll be honest. And it's a big one. It's a bit of a hot take, I think. But that is how I've always felt about Bruno Fernandes, bruv. Like, he's good, for sure. And this is a lesser version of Coutinho, by the way, which is why instead of us just consistently being top 4, they're more now where they're at. But I do think they definitely need to make that change. Yeah. And man, we'll see. You know what I'm saying, with Man U. But yeah, man, again, it was fun. It's the same on Man U, man, today. Like, they tried, had a bit of possession, but couldn't get the result. It's another bad start for Amarim. I saw him at one point bending down. Just watching it with hope. He was bending down with hope. Like, that something can happen, please, something. And Bremo was trying as well. Cunha was trying. Yeah. They were trying some of the new signings, but... we'll have to see with Man U, man.
Do you think you saw enough positives today that make you think, okay, maybe they'll have a better season, or do you think Amarin won't last this season?
For me, I think a better season, yeah. But for me, as a Liverpool fan...
That's easy to...
Yeah, but they're not concerning me one bit. However, for a better season for them, Rich, I think their goal is maybe Euros, you know what I'm saying? A Euro spot. Yeah, obviously not Champions League, but the Europa League. Why not? I think they still need to do a little bit of work maybe in the window. maybe like in the midfield.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I think they need like a protector a little bit in there, just a stamina man.
Casemiro can't be still playing big games like this in 2025. I like Casemiro, like I respect what he's done, but it's 2025. Like it's
Yeah, I think they need an engine in there, stamina man. Dan, that could maybe help Bruno as well a little bit. You know what I'm saying? If he has an engine running around there, and you've obviously got in front of you Cunha, it just gives you a bit more freedom on the pitch, maybe.
Yeah, legs.
With the fullbacks they like to do, maybe they'll be able to find a way to give him more freedom on the pitch. But they look better for sure. Like their shape was a lot better today.
Yeah.
But I realised they're going to need to have a tactic. They don't have good enough players to play the football that he wanted to implement today, which at some points they were trying to knock it about, like 5 quick passes, and then at the end there's a through ball one-on-one. They couldn't actually keep up with that.
Yeah.
Which means you need to have like a little tactic where it's like a counter-attacking thing.
Yeah.
I think that will be their thing though, because that Mbeumo, today Arsenal got caught on the left a lot. To be honest, they got caught on the left a lot, and they couldn't capitalise, which is Man U's fault because Mbeumo had a lot of touches in that area for sure and close, like in Arsenal's final third on the right side.
Yeah.
So it's on them really. Like you need to make the most of those touches really. So that's how I feel, man. But what are you saying with like Amorim? Do you think?
I like listening.
Like what you're telling me the other week about like.
Man gives it up, man. He just gives it up. I can't lie. I do. The one thing I like about Amro being there is man just spilling the tea, boy. Like telling us about all the owners, what they're thinking, contractual obligations.
I will not have the time that Arteta had. I feel that it's a different club.
Yeah, even like with Amrin, like he's almost like a podcaster these days. Like all these interviews, he's just like giving it up, spilling the tea. So I find him entertaining, but like he's not really a threat in terms of what Man U could do this season. Like I think obviously he's got good credentials from his time in Portugal, but yeah, man. Like I don't think Man U. Like it wouldn't surprise me if he doesn't last the season. Put it that way. But even with him though, like the one thing I do wonder about, like Man U are backing him heavy though.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
like,
trust.
Like even
Garnacho,
like,
bare young players.
That's what I'm thinking.
Rashford's been there for years.
Yeah, Rashford, like obviously the face of the club, for like at least the last 5 years. But like Garnacho, because I rate Garnacho. I don't know about you, but I rate.
Yeah,
Garnacho.
man. I think he's got potential in it. Yeah, he's talented. Yeah. How old is he? Under 22.
22 or something.
Under
But,
23.
so,
yeah.
With him, like think about it. Like if I was him, I would just wait it out.
Yeah.
Like I know, like obviously it's a World Cup year. Like it's important that he plays, but if I was Man, like I don't know, if I was
instead
Man,
of going to Chelsea, you're saying?
yeah, I'll wait it out at Man U, and he'll probably outlast the manager if he does that. Like, honestly,
That's mad.
he could do, bruv. Like if Amarin doesn't, bruv, 15. What was it? 16?
Yeah.
Like,
16.
Bruv, it's not looking positive there at all. Like there's a lot to do, like at Man U, and even though like the thing is, they're like even their fans, they were kind of like not jubilant after that game, but they were almost kind of like okay.
But it seems like it's obviously you just said like it seems like they're backing him though. Like
Yeah, they're
after the
backing
15th, the money they're letting him
exactly.
spend.
That's the point, and like
The way his very system player spending they're doing. So if he doesn't work, it's very unique to his system. So normally if
that's the
teams
problem.
doing that, they're backing him. Really,
that's the problem though, because if it doesn't work, you've got to reset so much because you've bought guys specific, like tailor made for a specific system.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if it's smart, because for me he's just not shown enough to like at Man U anyway, or this level to warrant him that backing. But like even with like obviously the Rashford thing, it starts from there, and I think it's becoming a thing with all these coaches now where they almost like they're like almost like to begin their tenure at the club, like they have to make this big change where the star player is the one that, remember Arteta with Aubameyang.
Yeah.
Pep, even with Yaya, like
Yeah.
a big personality at the club. I'm gonna like make my point here, and like I'm
Rashford,
gonna enter in my my reign with this message, and like that it seems to be doing it. And it seems like Amram's was Rashford, where it was like straight away, like he's the guy I'm gonna let people know that he's not gonna run the dressing room. He's not gonna be a bigger influence at this club than me. And then when the owners back them in doing that, then I think that's what makes them a bit more comfortable. But I think it is becoming a thing.
Yeah,
like
definitely
the
Arteta with. What were you gonna say with Slot?
Did Slot have? Is there someone that was like playing a lot and then got frozen out when Slot came?
No, the closest thing you can say is Trent. But I think Slot worked with. I was actually going to say the reversal of what you're saying is working with the influential, which I think he did that a lot more in terms of Van Dijk, Salah,
but then
and Alisson.
Obvious.
There's a lot of players in the Klopp thing that aren't there anymore. Do you know what I'm saying? Definitely, you can definitely see that's beginning to with Robertson now. He's obviously not starting for us.
Yeah.
Trent, of course, is not with us anymore. No, not with Liverpool. Sorry. Like I think with Van Dijk, sooner or later, but that's obviously. I think Van Dijk and Salah is a bit more natural. With some other players, you can say he's definitely kind of pushed out a little bit. You know what I mean? Nunes obviously didn't really work. That's not. That's another one of, you can say that's a Slot Klopp boy.
Yeah.
That's not here anymore. Not at Liverpool. So yeah, like Slot's done it a little bit, but he's done the balance of it where you work with some of, and I guess all the other managers have done that as well. It's just the biggest influence. But I wouldn't say Trent was the biggest. To me, like it would have been a Van Dijk or a Salah, but more a Salah, because Van Dijk, the way as a defender and a manager and the way he was as a captain, it wouldn't make sense to. You would obviously work with that type of personality.
Yeah.
I was saying. But more like Salah, that would have been, if it happened with Salah, and maybe Salah didn't end up signing the contract and me sign his replacement a lot sooner than maybe in January or something, then I would have said, but I think everyone kind of worked in tandem there in terms of Salah, Slot and the owners all on the same page, you know what I'm saying?
But what's interesting is, remember Salah had that beef with Klopp towards the end.
Yeah.
I remember when Klopp was leaving, Trent was crying. So like maybe it was a thing of like, Salah could potentially be my guy. Like not in terms of, because obviously Slot respects Klopp and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you think there was that mentality there of like, Salah could become my guy?
Yeah, Salah and Klopp always had a weird relationship, to be honest. Like, you can't deny Salah's thing, but obviously Klopp's choice was really Brandt. We brought in Salah. So it started off. It seemed he always had a bit more favouritism towards Mane than Salah, who obviously he brought Mane in and saw what he did in at Southampton and everything. So it's always been a bit shaky, but Salah, he's just so undeniable in terms of goals, and you've got to play him. He's a GNA machine, whatever. Even if his style doesn't suit, it's like what you want from Gyökeres. His style might not suit your. I see it a bit with Haaland and Pep. Their style might not suit your style, but I have to. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't justify getting rid of this guy. Like, I can't, but you know what I'm saying? A little bit like. And sometimes, so maybe a little bit you can say with Salah, he's more of a slot, more of a slot guy. They seem to work maybe closer together. I mean, they've won a league straight away together, so.
And you could see his best ever season. And he does overpraise him, and not overpraise him, but like sometimes when he is like hyping Slot up in these interviews, I do feel like sometimes it's a slight dig at Klopp.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't know why, but like it's just like he understood me straight away. He did like I promised him that I will deliver.
Yeah.
If you let me do this, if you give me these circumstances, this environment, then I'll promise like him success and stuff.
Yeah.
And like.
Yeah, man. I think Salah and Klopp's relationship was very professional, to say the least. You know what I'm saying? There's some others, like a Trent and Klopp, was clearly very like emotional as well as you know what I'm saying. It's almost
fatherly.
Yeah, maybe fatherly or just when I say father figure, just an older figure, a male. An older male influence, you know what I'm saying? Positive influence there, whereas I think it's a bit more professional between Salah and Klopp, though obviously football's an emotional game, so it's more emotional than your 9 to 5, but still, yeah, man, I think it was more of a professional relationship a bit with those two. But no, it's funny that because when I said Van Dijk and you want to work with your centre-back, it's funny because what you're saying about with AVB and Chelsea and Terry, like going a little bit with what you're saying with that, because it's a bit of a reverse of what I'm talking about with the Van Dijk, in terms of when the manager came in, Slot, he needed to work with Van Dijk because he's like the captain, centre-back. I think centre-back is defence is a position that needs the most communication and chemistry because of offsides and all of that type of stuff. So
and they see the whole pitch.
Yeah, covering, they see the whole pitch, the last line of defence. Yeah, all of that. So there's so much chemistry involved, so it makes sense that you get along straight away with. But what were you saying with like AVB the other day? Like what were?
Oh no, like even because sometimes some of these managers, like they almost have to pick out the like big team player, or not big team player, but like someone who's considered the face of the club, the star of the club, like to send a message to also get the backing from the owner, but to make sure they're not bullied as well, because like I was saying the other day, the Chelsea situation was mad. Like AVB, like Terry and Lampard and them man ran that change room. I can't lie. Like when you've got the direct number to the owner, how can you beat that? Like, and don't forget, Yaya Toure gets on with the owners at City as well. Like apparently, I think he was in some interview where he was like they consulted with him on who to sign when they would trying to start the project. Like literally that's why he left to go from Barca to go there. Like he said he didn't know what City were about to do in this. And he didn't know if that was going to be exciting. He was playing in Champions League finals for Barca. Even if it wasn't in his position, it was still a risky move for him to make. But like they gave him all the keys because they were so grateful. So like when he's got that type of relationship with the owner, maybe that's why Pep wanted to make that point from the get-go, where it's like, nah, like I need to show that you're not gonna walk all over me or whatever, regardless of what relationship we have. Chelsea had it, and Chelsea is the version of where the flip result happens. Where
the reverse.
Where the players run it, and then they can say, but we won the Champions League that year. So who was right then, type of thing. Like they could say that the year he got sacked, literally they ended up scraping it with Di Matteo. So. Yeah, it's an interesting thing though.
Man.
Now, when there's a big manager appointment at a club, I'm gonna be waiting to see which player he freezes out to point his message through. Yeah, man. Like it's an interesting thing going on.
Yeah, nah, for sure. But even to segue a little bit about Liverpool, is Liverpool's result, man, on Friday, and just where we're at, and let me get some stuff off my chest regarding Liverpool, because this is a bit of a hot take as well, but if we don't get a centre back and potentially another attacker, the window hasn't been as that much of a success. It hasn't been great. It's been good, but it hasn't been great like everyone is making out, because just so much has gone. There's been so much change to a championship winning team. I know a lot of people saying you strengthen strength upon strength, and you should keep building. But there's been a championship winning team has just gone through like so much change, even within the starting 11, 2 new players in defence, like new attackers. I think only in midfield is stable, but everywhere else there's like big changes, you know what I'm saying? And that's, I mean, players are going to have to adapt to it. Of course, I think winning that title last season gives insurance to Liverpool, the team, the project slot. Like, I don't think we need to win the league. I think the pressure's there because of this summer, the expenditure, the players. But if you know Liverpool, how they are, they spent a lot because they saved up.
So if you went trophyless this season, you wouldn't be disappointed?
Not necessarily, no. Not if we were to still have a, like, similar to what Arsenal just did last season, like get far in the Champions League, finish second or something, then no, to be honest, no. Because of course, if we were trophyless and it looked bad, like didn't get top 4, or just maybe it's not even that. Let's say we finish low in the top 4 and don't make it like round of 16 or quarterfinals, get knocked out, that would be disappointing for sure. But I think if we go far, because of there's just a lot of change to the team, and also it's a weird one because he won with another manager's team. So the change was inevitable.
That's what I'm saying.
It's just he came and won so quickly, early, compared to the projections of any other manager when they first come to a Premier League side. You know what I'm saying? Some teams get managers in for that reason.
Yeah.
But I don't think that was Liverpool's plan. I don't think they projected us winning straight away with Slot. You know what I'm saying? They probably thought, okay, look, you come in, we don't know if we can spend this one, but next summer we think we'll be able to. We'll see how you do. But I guess a lot of us winning meant we could spend so much more. Just a lot happened. Obviously, the very unfortunate passing of Diogo Jota, rest in peace him, alongside with everything else, just meant so much change has to happen in this window. So I'm not even, if we don't, that's why I'll be pretty satisfied. It's us winning that league though, man.
But you man have spent like 200 mil, like how
but
can,
that's
your
the thing
expectation?
The thing is, people say my expectations is if we don't win in 3 seasons, then because I know that's what the money. When it comes to Liverpool, it's not. We're not doing Chelsea and City and spending this every summer. Believe that we're not. That's not who we are. Like we're project. We're always a project building. So now that we spent this and a hell of a lot in one moment, you can say the last wave of an expender like this was over 2 seasons when we got like Mane, Salah, the next Coutinho out, then we got Van Dijk, Alisson. That's like a similar. Within 2 seasons we did that though, because we didn't win any Prem, we didn't have the money. It will take like we're doing this expenditure now, but the players we have, they're for the next 3 to 4. Like, we're not going to be buying much in the next windows, in the next summers, to be honest. I don't think that's not how we operate. We don't spend like this every summer.
I do think the pressure will be on though, because like...
The pressure's on.
Think of it this way, like, in a similar scenario, obviously to a lesser extent, like, when people say about Arteta's only trophy with us, obviously that's the FA Cup. Essentially, that was with Emery's players / Wenger's players. Like, it was a whole different team. Like Bellerin was there, Maitland-Niles, like all these players that were sort of in there during the Emery / Wenger era. And then when Arteta started making it his team now, people were like, okay, there's no excuse now. Like and people keep putting that pressure on him, and people keep saying like he's had all the freedom of Arsenal. Like, you have to win a trophy and that. But Slot actually now making it his own team. The pressure's not there straight away. Even straight away. I know you're saying 3 years, but
that's the thing.
Spent bare though, like.
You're right, we spent a lot, but that's the thing. It's not fully yet. Like, there's still... People still going to say, okay, how about Slot when Van Dijk is not here anymore? When Salah... Like, there's still players from... He won so early, bro. Like, I don't think so quickly that... You can say, and with the Liverpool fan base, we're not like many others. Like we do have high expectations, But we've lived through, especially the ones around my age in the last recent years of the Premier League, is just we haven't had much success. So us winning a Prem, we're good for like the next, as long as we're competing at the top. Like this year, if we don't win anything, I don't think any Liverpool fan, as long as
it's not a crisis, but
yeah, it's definitely
but
not a
it will be
crisis.
like,
It's
yo.
definitely not he's on the hot seat.
No, I'm
No,
not
do you
saying
know what
that,
I mean?
but there has to be
There'll
like some.
There'll be some signings. People will say, "Oh, everything that happened last summer, so much change," which is yeah. So
Yeah,
we're in a good place. Like with the change and the verts, there's just a lot of change in our style. Like all the creativity came from Trent. It's now coming from Cam. They all need to gel with like Salah, Ekatike. There's so much change to a championship starting 11.
Yeah.
Like the starting 11 might bring in 1 or 2.
Yeah.
There's like 4 like changes in half of the defence, half of the attack. Like midfield players are moving in position. Soboslai's going deeper, and I'm sure we'll be Gravenberch and McAllister when Gravenberch's not suspended and he's back available.
Yeah.
But that's like the only sturdy bit of the whole team, to be honest. Like that and the 2 centre backs. The goalie soon is gonna. So it's just it happened so early for him. When Arteta did win an FA Cup, but he's been allowed to make the change. It's only now that everyone's saying, okay, fully thing, and he's brought in players. He just didn't have the 9. But he brought in Havertz before. He brought in Jesus.
But people
like, he's brought in his guys, and that's why people like. Let's not say he's not. He brought in Jesus. He brought in Havertz. Gyökeres isn't his first striker.
But he like, not to say like I always think my club is a big club and whatnot, but like he did sort of not overachieve, but like he got us to a place, like he got us to a comfortable place where, you know, he kind of earned himself the patience that he has, in my opinion. I know I'm with you. Like this season, obviously, is to expect. Like we have to get there, but I don't think it's even sack worthy, which people are saying if we don't win this season, because like I always say, like Man U's the only club that is in a similar scenario with us in terms of when you've had a manager for 20 years, 15, 20 years, and it's just like all the ideas of the club have gone through that man, the ethos of the club through that man. One of them situations, the manager oversaw a whole stadium move. Yeah. Everything was tailored to that man, and then that man is no longer at the club. Man U have shown, in their case, it takes you might not even get over it ever. Man U haven't, and we're like the other side of that. That's why
it's a very long build.
Very long build, bruv. Like bruv, it's a hard situation to be in. So for me, like the fact that we're here competing, even kind of competing at a level we weren't consistently doing, even in our better times.
Just seeing Man U makes you appreciate where you're.
Yeah,
because it could go.
Yeah, and not to say we should always compare to that.
Yeah.
Like we shouldn't always like you look at them, because obviously they'll become a point where it's like, okay, now we do have to do something. But like I know the flip side. Like I do think Arteta's kind of almost becoming a victim of his own success in terms of like getting us to a place where these expectations are even taking place now every year, because we didn't have much of a right to do it at the start when we lost Wenger.
Yeah, like he started finishing second and competing for the title prematurely. The thing is with Slot though, why Slot did what Arteta did on steroids is because he won the
league, yeah, for sure.
Like thing with winning, like it's cool that Arteta did win the FA Cup, but the first is still there for like the fan base and for, you know, a big one. Yeah. And then also Arsenal's European history just doesn't help, which he can't control. That's not his fault. Like he's actually come in and got us to a good place. Like as far as you've been, not as far as you've been in history, of course. There was Barcelona with Henry and everything back then, but he's got you back to where we saw with Wenger, you can say, and like consistently in the Champions League, like advancing past around the 16. which towards the end of Wenger's tenure, he didn't really do that. So yeah, like I definitely see where you can say Arteta has, he's overachieved and got Arsenal to a place where really a lot of the base should be grateful, but it's the fact that they haven't won both of these trophies in such a long time. Like, even when Slot's come in, Klopp's won, like, within the 7 years, he has won a Prem and a Champions League. The pressure is not as... I feel sorry for the Arsenal, man. Like, Arsenal, Man U, some hard jobs, man, because the pressure's just there. It's the hunger for a big one.
Yeah.
Which is both teams just having. When you've won one in a while, it's not... the fans aren't as like, oh, we need one as much, do you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, fans are investing, bro, so... it gets to that point where it's like, if it's been a decade, do you know how many, like, not childhoods, but a whole part of your life can just pass and you didn't, and there was no, like, glory, which is cool. So it's like, it's fun, it's not that deep. Like, obviously with Liverpool's like that for a long part of, but yeah, man, like, at some point, the success with our fan base, that's what it is like, Slot's, the pressure on Slot, isn't as much because we won one recently. Within the last 10 years of him getting there, we won one. He's won one again, and both of the big ones. We definitely won a Champions League. Like, we won, and it'll be lovely to do a double and go on show. That's what a lot of the fan base, not everyone feels like I do. Some of the fan base are even harsher than, normally I'm a bit harsh with it. Some are even more like, nah, like, we can go on dominance, like generational teams. Kind of City did 4 in a row. Man U have gone like back to back and stuff. Like, we can go like back in the early 2000s, and it's like, yeah, I guess they kind of want us to have that time now. And obviously I wouldn't be opposed to that. But if we don't, I'm not demanding it. Do you know what I'm saying? To be honest, I'm not demanding it from us. But sooner or later, next season, I think there will be okay. Like, we should try and start that now. If that's the next phase, we should try and start it. But it'll be difficult to do that in the Prem because we'll never be able to spend like City. Like, what you're seeing this summer, you won't see from Liverpool again in a while. That's a promise.
I don't know.
Yeah, you disagree?
If all the teams are spending at this clip, like at this rate, to keep up, you might have to. Now, obviously, like you're what, like 200 mil or something this summer?
Net spend under 100.
Oh, here we go.
Because
it makes sense.
It's like so many other teams haven't, like, Arsenal have just brought in players. Like, Partey has gone. Like, so many players have left.
That's cool, but
people are talking about Newcastle. We've still got players that are like, I want to join bigger teams. We still have that.
But you still added 200 million worth of talent to your current team. And you're talking about an Isak.
And we've lost around the same amount of value in our current team. Right. That also just won a league.
But like, we know those sales are.
We're not the same as City and that.
Darwin Núñez was an oversell.
City. Listen, let me keep it real. City brought in Shirky, Reindeers, this guy, and they lost players. They lost to age though, They lost players to age. You can say we lost Robertson to age. I wouldn't be mad at that. But a lot, we've got to do business. We need revenue whenever we need profit and loss. We can't operate like most other teams that are, well, the other big ones that we compete with. We still can't compete with in terms of, they can do what we did this summer every summer. Chelsea and City anyway, they do. Yeah. Chelsea do this every summer, bro, like at this point. We can't do that, man. Like, after this, definitely you won't see. And if you do, that's why, look, if we do get... regarding the Isak signing, let me go into this Isak, right? I feel indifferent about getting Isak. I feel indifferent.
Why?
And the reason why, number one, I think we really need a centre-back. I like Ekitike as well. I wouldn't mind us investing in Ekitike, getting a left winger back up, and then Gakpo and Ekitike can rotate as 9, sometimes left winger. Mainly it'll be Ekitike left, Ekitike middle, Gakpo left. But maybe times if Ekitike's injured or whatever, Gakpo can go into the middle and we've got a left winger. Rio's kind of that, replace Diaz for that. But I do feel like we need one more.
That sounds like a lot of greed. You just said a backup left winger.
I just said Rio. He's a young.
You just remembered him.
No, I didn't remember him. I knew for the jump.
Backup left
because
winger.
this is the thing. So if Ekitike goes, who's our backup 9? If he gets injured, who's our backup 9?
Gakpo.
Okay, so then who goes left wing?
Well, what's Chiesa's situation? Do you know what I mean?
So that's what? So we're to rely on
Chiesa.
Chiesa, and I love Chiesa, but
he just scored.
We can't rely on with Liverpool. Right, this is a thing I've been saying. We're now looking at Madrid, PSG. That's the level we're trying to compete at.
Yeah, but then
when you look at them, if someone goes down, they have.
So if that's the level you're trying to compete at, you can't say.
About with Slot, you're not happy with us.
Yeah, with the 3 years thing, and also that you won't spend at this rate every year, because that's what they do. Like if you want to be at that level, then Madrid.
But all right, so let me land the point about Isak and Ekitike. I wouldn't mind getting Isak though, because whoever doesn't make it, we might need to make it like the hidden miss village in Naruto. We might need to make it a very dog-eat-dog competitive environment where whoever doesn't make it, 100 mil to the highest bidder. I love Ekitike as well, but if we get Isak and then both and one of them's not happy, we'll rotate between Isak. This is how I think we can facilitate the move. We bring in Isak. Obviously he's going to have to go 9, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And to me, Gakpo has shown no reason to be dropped. It'll be a little bit annoying for Ekitike for sure. And what we bought him for, I'm sure what we negotiated with him was the plans were for him to start every game and whatnot.
Yeah.
But at the level we're trying to move at, that's what I mean. For us to move at that level, it happened with Endrick and he's getting upset. Even though he's very young.
He's a kid, though.
Rodrigo then you can say. But like this is the level that we're at. So when it's like that, if we can move to this level,
that's why.
If we can move to that level, that's what we're trying to achieve. And when it's like that, it'll be like this. If you're off form or whatnot, the other guy's raring to go, and it'll just end up being 100 mil to the highest bidder, and that's the only way we can maintain.
This is why Prem fans didn't want Liverpool to win. You man, they just talk too much smoke, too reckless for their life.
But it's realistic that we can.
I know, but like that Madrid level you're talking about requires a different approach. Like it means you can't be happy with 3 years of no big trophy.
Yeah, true. I agree.
Bro, there's managers at Madrid that win Champions Leagues and they're under pressure the very next season, the first game of the season.
Yeah.
And that's after winning the fucking Champions
Yeah,
League.
So you're right. You're saying the dominance in the league has to at least be there. Even if City prove you can do it.
You either understand you're not going to be at the Madrid Bayern level or whatever too, because Bayern ain't really that to me anymore. But like
PSG.
the Real Madrid level.
Yeah.
You're either not gonna be there or you are gonna be there, and the pressure on Slot is on because you just spent 200 mil. You, regardless of the net spend thing, you bought in 200 mil worth of talent, and you're talking about the Isak after that.
And I love Ekitike as well. I don't want to That's why I feel indifferent. I wouldn't mind him being the 9, but we need another 9.
That's cool.
When I say the backup, it's like okay, Gakpo goes 9, and then this isn't for the amount of games we're gonna play. We need an attacker. So to me, an attacker really, because I think Gakpo can be the backup to go into 9 if one of them is to get injured, like for like, vice versa with Ekitike going left. But there needs to be like maybe another left winger or another striker, one that can play maybe both, who's just a little bit under their level, young as well, a bit older than Rio though. You know what I'm saying? I know Ekitike, that's the thing, like, it's it's difficult because everyone really his age and everything, he's a potential one for the future. And on top of all of this, Salah's gonna go one day.
Yeah.
I'm someone who like people that are Salah and immortalise Salah, but I'm realistic with Liverpool and one day, and don't get twisted, again the other day, even to review the match a little bit, it's same old Salah because I don't think he played well.
Yeah.
But he still got a goal and assist right at the end of the game, and basically he didn't get an assist, that weren't his assist, but his pass made everything happen and made the third goal for Chiesa happen. So it's like, it's still same old Salah, because if that's what he does when he plays bad, because quite frankly he didn't play well, what's he going to do when he plays good? Same old Salah, you know what I mean? Still a goal and a goal in a not really good game. So that's going to continue. But he didn't look. But it's funny because he does always kind of look this way, where he doesn't always play the greatest, but he's going to get the results and everything that he needs. So he's going to do his job, more or less, straight up. So yeah, but one day I do feel like that might need to change. There's not a universe where Ekitike, Gakpo and Isak can't all play in a free. Like maybe we can speak to Ekitike. It's like he'll get a lot of game time. We say, look, we speak to you. Salah's not going to be here forever. Like, that's the strength. That's what I mean, upon strength, there can't be a moment. We want to bring you in at the times where players that eventually are going to leave are still there, showing DNA. That's how the dynasties work, so the culture can be passed down in the right way. And he's young. It's the price tag and the fact that Frankfurt did finish third and he got made 14, 15 goals there, which is a decent season. But coming at Liverpool, the plan was from the beginning of the window, we wanted Isak. Even though we're going to get you, we wanted Isak also. So to me, he's still a young guy. He's 23, man. He's a young man.
Respects his situation a bit more, like.
Who, Ekitike's or Isak's own situation?
Isak's own situation. I don't think the route he's going is the right way. Like Newcastle ain't a joke club though. Like Newcastle are a big club still. Like I think, and they got like a fairly exciting project in my opinion. Like they're in the Champions League this year, and the thing is, all they need to do is just keep hold of him till the end of the window. And there's going to be those Champions League nights that come. Isak's going to play again for Newcastle. He's not going to sit out. He's going to want to play. Once the Champions League comes back, he's going to want to get back into the team and play. So just stick with it, because Newcastle could do top four again, plus another trophy. And I just think, and as well, with Alanga's such a good signing, because he's basically like what Jacob Murphy was doing last season. He got like a decent stats record last season, right? Like right-footed, right winger, plays kind of more width outside. He had a great connection with Isak. It was quite surprising, to be fair. Elanga's literally an upgrade of that. He's far more quicker. He can also keep the width, played wide right. He's probably a bit more. He's far more prolific than Jacob Murphy was. I think Isak, Gordon, and Elanga front three is up there, like at least the top five front three
midfield is one of the best in the Prem too.
Exactly. So like, I'll just rather he just stayed and stuff. Don't get me wrong, Isak's like, he is bigger than playing for Newcastle right now, because like last season he was probably the best striker in the world. Like depending on what you think Mbappe's best position is, if you don't see Mbappe as a pure 9 yet, then you could argue that Isak is the best striker in the world, like based off last season. So that type of caliber of player, he has to be playing for a title challenging side, and I hear that, but let's still respect like Newcastle a bit more, because they are trying, and like they could do a surprise thing this year. Like you never know. So I hope he stays anyway. He is too good to play at Newcastle, though, I agree. But I just don't like all this, like, not training.
Yeah, I think the way he's gone about it has been pretty unprofessional and not the right way either. But the way he's gone about it hasn't been good at all, to be honest. It's pretty inexcusable. However, I understand why he wants to come to Liverpool lots, because I do get it. Because I believe he's a Liverpool fan, or he grew up being a Liverpool fan. And I'm 28, so I know for a fact Isak is younger than me. This is the most exciting time in our history of supporting Liverpool ever in our history. And like to ever be able to like be a part of it, like kind of leading. If he obviously grew up watching Liverpool and everything, the way he's gone about it has been very unprofessional. But I think a lot of the movement in the window and stuff has also caused him to be very desperate. Because what's stopping this from happening, right? Ekitike's off the mark, bro. Already, like in the preseason, he did not preseason, Community Shield. He proved like he played very well, basically put his skills on the map. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then he's come first game, got a goal, straight off on the mark. He's already got one more than Isak an opportunity. Isak obviously didn't play for Newcastle their first game. Now, what's to say he competes with Isak this season as Isak stays for one more? Liverpool, like, you know what?
That's why it was dumb that he started doing all this so late, but when every team signed. Like, even with Arsenal, for example, because the Liverpool fan stuff I get, but also he's always saying Henry's his idol and that, so...
It's not his fault though, but sorry, go on, Land. Like,
wait, what's not his fault?
Because alright, so we approached Newcastle and said, look, like I don't know why they didn't get Ekitike. We've done great business over the past, Ginny, Andy Carroll, like just over the years, a lot of business.
Yeah.
We told them basically, look, we're gonna get, like Isak wants to come to Liverpool.
Yeah.
We want him.
Yeah.
He's, it's gonna happen. And it happens to us. Big bank take little bank. Like big player comes, look, but we've got a good business relationship. Get this player, Ekitike, sign him. And since they made the thing and started looking at Ekitike, we said, hold on a minute, okay, so like, I guess Isak, that's a replacement because Isak let them know, like, last season and throughout that, by the way, like, this is why he's made this ruckus.
He also signed a long-term contract before that, so... Unless there's this...
There was a gentleman's agreement.
If that really happened, but like...
the gentleman's agreement.
But how many times do these things, like, carry... Like,
so, the gentleman's agreement's been placed. Newcastle...
So, if it's not in writing...
Inquire for this player, Ekitike, and we say, okay, so I guess that means, like, we know what's going on. And then they got greedy. They got greedy. They got greedy. So we're about to show them the greed. No, we gave them the opportunity. They said, no, we're looking to have both. Like, think what Newcastle. So we're greedy if we have Isak Ekitike, but Newcastle. Hey,
but they weren't gonna do.
That was their plan. That was their plan.
That was negotiating. They knew they're not gonna have both that level of player. They knew it was gonna be the replacement, but they were bluffing a bit. And then you actually went full in with
that's
fair enough. But Newcastle are the ones laughing if they end up keeping Isak because they've got the better player still, and then they've got another at least a year to convince him to stay if they have a good season. So, like, they're not the losers.
The one who can end up being the loser is Isak, because if Ekitike goes on, competes with Isak, gets maybe more or as many goals this season.
But what makes
we're going to be looking at it like we don't need to spend no $100
But what makes Isak silly
but
what makes him silly is isolating Liverpool as the option. Because us, like you said about growing up as a Liverpool fan, his idol was Henry as well. So like, we've got that factor in. Man sat in.
Just wanted him to.
But man sat in front of Shearer, and like Shearer's like, yeah, who'd you grow up like loving? You played for Newcastle. Who'd you grow up loving? Like, who's it? Henry. Like, I just say, I ain't gonna lie, Henry. I know you're a legend sitting here in front of me. You're top scorer, everything, Prem, all this, but yeah, Henry was my guy. I ain't gonna lie. And like, man, so when you're doing that, we know Arsenal's the influence. And my thing is, I reckon because Gyökeres was twerking hard. I ain't gonna lie, I can't lie, because he was twerking hard to come to Arsenal. I think he's just like, giving him respect as like, do you know what? He's my Swedish international mate. This is his dream move. I'm not gonna interfere with that because I know they'll want me more if I do that move. But he's really passionate about this move. He's doing everything. He's missing training. He's not. I swear he's like breaking up with his missus. And he's literally crashing out. he's crashing out to get this move, yeah. And he's like just like, do you know what? I'm gonna let that be because we gotta play with each other for country and like in important moments for our nation. So as a mate, I don't even know if they're friends, but as an international mate, where you're two of the biggest icons in a small country right now, like it's always important for those to get along. Yeah, maybe he's just let Gyökeres have a free run at that. But if he was ruthless, he would have just made himself open to Arsenal, and then Liverpool have to rush.
That's not why it's taken so long.
But Liverpool should be his only option.
Newcastle couldn't get his replacement. Like, why does everyone expect Isak, who everyone is saying is one of the best strikers in the world right now, to stay if Gyökeres don't want to go there? I don't think they actually put an offer for Gyökeres, but Sesko don't want to go there. And Bremo don't want to go there, but you all expect Isak to they should have brought in his replacement. That's the reason he couldn't leave, and he showed. Well, he didn't show respect because the way he's trying to push himself out now is wild, especially towards the end where they haven't been able to. But it is on Newcastle, like they weren't able to. It's not that messed up if we get him from them. They really should have done the Ekatike. That was very silly of them to not
if they keep hold of him.
If they keep hold of him.
If they keep hold of him, they've got another year they've got another year that will get them back in the Champions League. Like a big chance of that with Isak, because Isak's tantrum will be over by September if he stays or something. Like it will be. He'll have to return at some point. He's not going to watch that Champions League anthem go on at St James's Park and just miss out on it.
For sure. He'll be back in the team for sure. Yeah.
No, it's not even. It's him choosing to actually turn up again. Because obviously he gets selected when he's fit.
Integrate him back into the team. Which I think he will. And then he'll wait until summer, but
maybe even a Jan.
Exactly. That's what I was even thinking, that he could sit tight till Jan. We monitor the Salah situation. We monitor everything. We say, look, because this is your dream, but
by then he's got to consider more options. He can't just be fixed on this Liverpool team. Like he
can be because we put in the offer. We put in the offer. Your team have basically they're trapping you, innit? They're not. Because they don't need the money, they're not being fair with business. They don't need the money, so you can say that this is what they value him at. Isak isn't a £150 million player. Sorry, he's just not.
Why? You bought Wirtz at 120,
which we overpaid, and which I said Isak, and Wirtz is still a bit more proven than Isak. Isak hasn't done much in the Champions League.
He's not.
In the Prem, in the Prem, he's not
I know what you mean.
In the Prem, Isak has done bits, proven in the Prem easily.
That season,
but he still hasn't done really anything in the Champions League.
Yeah, maybe not at that level, but what he did in the Prem last year when he ripped up
He's 100. He's 100.
He ripped up Liverpool. He ripped up our defence.
They're throwing at other 50, and that's around the offer we made. The offer we made and what we value him at is realistic.
Yeah,
it's them and since they want to keep him, by all means they should put 150.
I don't think we overpaid on Rice, but would you say Rice's career was any greater than Isak's pre-Arsenal? Isak's, let's say Isak's Newcastle or career so far.
I think you overpaid for Rice.
We didn't.
How much? 80 million.
It's rising to 100, but we didn't.
Oh, with the add-ons. You can always say add-ons actually being activated means you didn't overpay because they're actually being activated.
Exactly.
However,
original, but I think it's worth it because when you
look at Rice and see 80 million.
Technically, I know what you mean.
I think a lot of it has got to do with
Yeah, fit. The fact he can keep himself
He's
fit.
English and he can keep himself
English.
fit. There's a
but,
lot of I forgot the word I'm looking for, but
like,
there's little
variables.
Yeah, variables.
But
and
the thing is, even with him though, like English, I get that. But he's always fit. He's like kind
there's
of
a lot of nuances.
Yeah,
with-
two different
with
profiles.
him,
You
innit?
can play two different roles. Like you could be a sort of just a strict ball winner in a deeper role, or he's been used as this box to box player. Once he started adding those big goals into his game. Then it was like, okay, and now like we're seeing why we overpaid for Rice, and like, but regardless, a lot of people don't bring
today.
Yeah, exactly, corner assist today. But regardless of whether it was right or not, people don't bring up Rice's price tag anymore when they're critiquing him. Put it that way. So clearly, it's not such a big mistake or thing. Isak's career, same as Rice's career, like up until the big move. Is pretty much the same. Isak's probably even better because he's won, but they probably won the same amount of trophies. Rice won the Conference League before he left. But like you're in a top 8-ish club, but Rice wasn't playing Champions League with West Ham. Isak's would be playing that twice now if he stays. Obviously he won a trophy by himself against a big team. He had an all-timer season last year for a Newcastle team. Like. His career is similar to us. I don't think 150 is bad at all.
So you guys paid 80, which you could say wasn't an overpay. You're saying like double.
Nah, because Rice is still
150 is more or less
known as 100.
150. Well, what is 100?
Yeah, everyone sees it. I think it was 100 million signing. I think
so
that add-ons
they
take
want
it.
130 with add-ons to 150. Is that what they? I believe they straight up want 150.
Yeah,
Which,
for me, and for me, you negotiate down from there, but it's a fair point to start for me.
Yeah, 130.
He's got time on his contract.
I don't mind Liverpool paying 130 for thing, but
he's got
we
time
need definitely a centre back, and then an attacker. So that needs to be prioritised. So with whatever's left, and I don't know if, like, to me, I don't mind us getting the centre back and then going for a younger. I can't even really think of examples. People are saying Rodrigo, but to me, getting Rodrigo means that's it. We've picked Rodrigo now as the big signing. Do you know what I'm saying? Type of thing. And Isak is like, where's the money? And the money will come. If one of them don't really perform, we can sell and this here and there. But we don't move. Liverpool don't move this way. So that's why it's such a big thing with Isak going in this window. We need an attacker now. Like, there's no. If Isak doesn't come, unfortunately, we are going to need to get someone.
Yeah.
Like, but I do think this is my ultimate plan for Liverpool, right, under Isak's situation. Stay till January. Rio, you're going to shoe in with as backup for Gakpo on the left. Gakpo will be backup for Ekitike. Really hopeful none of them get injured, but they've got a good record of staying fit. Chiesa will be backup for Salah. And attackingly, that's how we're going. Chiesa's got to stay, basically, now.
Yeah.
Potentially Harvey Elliott has to stay. Even though for his career, it's better for him to get a move, and I want him to get a move for his career. But maybe until January, you may need to stay. I don't mind using what we have now until January and seeing the situation, because Rio does look very good, the youngster, and until January we can see, and then from that point on, maybe we can be like, okay, now we can come in for Isak around that time, and we can really monitor the situation. From there we can see if maybe we can see this until summer. Maybe it's looking better than we thought.
No.
Or it's like, okay, I think we need to really have, but the centre back is the priority.
No.
We need really Mark Gahey is a big priority. He's the one who's in the best in football right now. He's in the best position. Really, he feels indifferent. So about the move, he doesn't mind going to Liverpool, but if not, he's going to be comfy at Palace, captain, probably be captain for England at the end. Gay No, not captain for England, sorry, but captain for Palace, selector for England, sorry. So he's probably their first choice centre back over Stones and stuff. So he's in a very, and he said word is on the street that he feels indifferent about coming to Liverpool. He doesn't mind coming now or when his contract ends in a year for free, and he'll probably be able to get more money in his contract at Liverpool anyway. We need a centre back now. So that's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing with Liverpool is we need a centre back right now.
Firstly, Giovanni, huge congratulations. How does it feel to be here at Liverpool?
He's only played how many games? About 17, 18 in a Serie A last season, but he looked very solid, 6'5", very tall, just Italian. I trust Italy when it comes to centre-backs, and ideally centre-backs because the full-back game is changing so much today. But when it comes to centre-backs with Italians, they tend to develop good ones, you know what I'm saying? They tend to produce, good ones. So yeah, and I think he'll develop well under Van Dijk and Finn, but he's not the one. We needed to get him for sure because Kwanzaa's gone, but we need a centre-back, and this guy's either going to partner up with Van Dijk next season or maybe partner with Konate and take the reins, but we need someone to rotate.
35 million for fourth choice is kind of mad, but no expectations though. I
think that's just the game. Like,
that's the game.
I think it's inflation of the game. Like, he's young and potential, and when they're young and potential,
it's gonna cost
high potential, but they're still young. As long as he understands his role, the money doesn't matter. Like, as long as you don't start tripping and thinking you're like a prospect. We're paying the 35 mil because of schematics and the game and where it is now, but really you're a young prospect who will learn under Van Dijk, Konate, and a third option that hopefully comes in. And hopefully you'll still get, and you'll still get game time for sure. But it's like, no offense, Kwanzaa probably would have been happy to be that option still.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we need improvement there. But you're still going to get a lot of game time for sure. Like, there's so many games, rotation. At this point, we don't have a centre back. So but I'm expecting that announcement this week. For sure, like this week, there's not a lot of time left, and this week I'm expecting that. But that's more or less how I'm feeling with Liverpool. Indifferent with, I think we need a centre back first off, and we need a forward. And the window has been good, but we've lost so much. There's been so much change that if we don't get those pieces, it's not been that great. And then we can build from there. Really, it would be nice to win a big one this season, Champions League ideally. But I wouldn't be mad at us getting one of those next season, and then after strengthening the team a little bit, obviously there is that situation in the centre-back is unclear, and then there's still remnants of the Klopp era that to me, look, it's only now Van Dijk and Salah. I think Salah we can rely on for maybe 3 more, including this season. Van Dijk I don't know, so, and that will be such a big change. That's why there's so much with Slot. That will be such a big change. He's a captain. The whole defence is like based on him. He's like the figurehead for the whole defence. So yeah, it'll be another big change with him. That's why he's got less pressure than Arteta, I'd say. Arteta's got his defenders that are in, and yeah, it's just a different pressure. But let's go over some of the games this week.
Yeah.
And just give a little bit of reaction to it. So we've got Villa 0-0 versus Newcastle. That happened on Saturday.
Fair result, I think. Two teams that are kind of looking at that top 4. Because now it's like, it's kind of a big 3. And then 4th is the like, I don't know, 4th is almost like the bonus spot now, where like your Villas, your Newcastles, I'm putting Chelsea.
There's an actual bonus spot though.
Yeah, true. That's true.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Would that be available?
We might.
Oh, is it?
If we perform well, the English teams in Europe again.
Right. So
I believe that's like a thing. As long as
Okay, so fourth and fifth being like they're kind of going for those two roles together with Chelsea. And then if Tottenham or Tottenham or Man U decide to wake up again, then they're in that they're going for those spots as well. But 0-0 sounds fair. Like I haven't watched the game, so I don't have much context with it, but. Yeah, it sounds like a result that both will not be too concerned about.
But obviously they had to play Gordon 9, Harvey Barnes on the left,
that's a concern.
on the right.
That's a concern. Like they do need Isak to come back soon, or at least get another striker. They need another striker anyway because Callum Wilson is done.
Yeah. Well, I think he'll miss their next game, which is Liverpool, Newcastle, Liverpool next.
No, that's gonna be.
So I doubt he'll play that one, to be honest.
Villa.
And he definitely won't move to Liverpool before then, so it'll probably be after. So next game.
On Villa, really quick. Villa was Villa I think can be quite pleased with that as well. I think it's important they keep hold of Emi Martinez for me because they need to look to win the Europa League. They've got the greatest Europa League manager in history at their disposal in the competition this year. A trophy would be nice for them like Newcastle did last year. So I do hope Villa can keep hold of some of their players, and I think they'll be in that top 5-ish, in contention for top 5.
Yeah, no, Villa, it's a difficult one for me for Villa. I think they've got the manager, they've got the right guy who can definitely bring consistency in terms of winning in the Prem.
But obviously they can't
There's
spend.
so much change in their team, They had Rashford, he's not there now, obviously he was there on loan. They managed to keep Asensio.
Yeah.
But it's just they're going to be in that weird place where they're in and around, but big players are moving and changing. But they should keep Watkins as well, really, I think.
But the thing I like but look at Watkins then.
Duran,
they made good money on him though. But with Watkins, actually, similar to the Isak thing, Arsenal was his dream move, and he wanted that move obviously, and then there was even a point where he was back up at Villa, when Rashford and that came in.
Yeah,
it was wait, why would I stay here if I'm not even playing in the main, and rejecting my dream move because he's an Arsenal fan, and then he still got on with it and stayed at Villa, and he's okay now. He's kind of at peace, So yeah, when we're saying about handing in their situations in different ways, then those are two examples of, because Watkins, and you're right now, Watkins, we'll never go for Watkins again. That window's been missed.
Yeah.
It's been missed for him, unfortunately. Jan, we were desperate, could have happened then. Last year we were desperate, could have happened then. But it's not going to happen for him now, and he's kind of got to settle at Villa. But what I like about one last thing on Villa, when you said the Rashford thing, what I do rate that they did is that they bought Daniel Malen, him from Dortmund, last in Jan.
Yeah.
And he's their long-term signing. So he's almost their long-term signing basically. And Rashford was we're gonna borrow you quick just to help it, because Rashford was never staying there permanently. I always knew Rashford would think he's probably bigger than Villa. Yeah. And I think it was great for both parties. Rashford stayed at Champions League level for a few months, and Villa used him the best way they could, and then be on your way, good luck. Malen is now our long-term guy, and so I think Villa will be fine this year.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. They were able to hold on to Rodgers and and whatnot. They obviously lost Ramsey though to Newcastle. But Villa, man. I mean, I think Villa will probably win Europa this season as well. But I do think that will make it hard for them to maintain Premier League success, to be honest, and I think they will win it because they've got Emery. But those Thursdays in this, it's just so competitive now. I'm even looking at the results today. The next one, we've got Sunderland and West Ham. Sunderland 3, West Ham 0.
Xhaka's funny, man, because he literally fought for that move, I was hearing he doesn't want to, he's refusing to continue at Leverkusen, he wants to go to Sunderland. And I was thinking, like, why are you passionate about Sunderland like this? Like, he
just wants a Prem, I think. But
he can do better than Sunderland.
But I think he wants a Prem, but the relationship with Arsenal and how it was, like, he loves that intensity, but also, yeah, he loves Arsenal, but not only that, it just didn't work out like how he wanted to. But the way he plays and his style, I can see him being like a captain of a team in the Prem, you know what I'm saying? Like a Sunderland, and trying to help them, you know what I mean, having that little long bit of your career towards the end.
He could have got a top half club.
It's a good move, because
he's got a link up there.
Let's say Sunderland now come into the Prem, right? They're coming in, it's been years, but they got history in the Prem. Now they get a Xhaka. If he helps them stay, he will be like their probably highest paid, and then maybe they could just try and survive in the Prem.
He loves the nightlife in Newcastle. That's pretty much it.
Oh man,
I just can't justify.
Anyway, so next one we've got City 4, Wolves 0.
C4. Also, really quickly on Sunderland, one last thing. Well done to Dan Ballard, because he scored. He's a centre back. He's from Hell End, and I followed him for a while. And I always knew that he could make it in the Prem, because he's a proper like old school, you know, John Terry-ish type.
Yeah.
He's obviously not that level, but I was happy to see him score. So I'm looking forward to watching him this season.
Yeah, no, they're back now. But so City 4, Wolves 0. Which, how do you, as an Arsenal fan, I'm a Liverpool fan, yourself, you're an Arsenal fan.
Yeah.
Do you feel concerned? Is there any reason to feel concerned?
Yeah, I can't lie. That was wasn't really planned, because I can't lie. Like, for me, I was kind of thinking City are done. City, I'm ignoring City now, and like Liverpool's the focus, and then maybe a slip in from Chelsea or something. Yeah. But that result. It's like some of their new signings look exciting. Like all of a sudden, Rangers like revitalised that midfield, boy. Like they just look quicker. But I think it's just early season momentum. Like I still do think Pep might be not over the hill, but I definitely see a world where Pep is no longer the dominant coach anymore like before. So.
Yeah. Personally, I don't feel concerned right now. What is concerning is that they got a clean sheet to me. I was hate watching them last season, I'll be honest. I was hate watching a lot of Man City. I watched a lot of their games, and defensively was where they were so frail. I think that will still let them down. I think if they... this is another hot take, I'll be honest. I'll be very comfortable if they get Donnarumma. I'll be honest. His style of a goalie, like, is so important to... That was how they got beat a lot last season, getting pressed from the goalie straight intensely. And his style and what Pep likes and what he wants the goalie to be in terms of in tandem with the defenders. I believe if they get him, that will be the wrong choice for his style, and will be a bit comfortable again. As long as teams know what to do, I'm not too worried about them yet, because and like in possession and up top in midfield they look good. Rodri and Reinders back is definitely dangerous and alerting, because they lost a lot of possession and control of games last year in the midfield.
Donnarumma doesn't strike me as a Pep signing,
but they're heavily linked. Heavily.
That's what I'm saying. I think it wouldn't surprise me if that's an ownership call. I feel like a lot of this window has been that. I feel like a lot of this window has kind of been like the ownership kind of making moves over Pep, but maybe they're preparing for life after him, because unless Pep's just changing his ways completely, but
I mean, that wouldn't surprise me either. Obviously Liverpool did that a little bit with Klopp and Slot, so it could be something like that. But if they get him, I don't think they're to be a threat and to be worried about, to be honest. I think that will disrupt their defensive equilibrium a lot, to be honest. But so we've got Chelsea 0, and Palace 0. How do you feel about that one, man?
I wouldn't say surprising because obviously like Chelsea were tipped for big things, but when I seen Colwill get injured that long, even though I'm still not that fully convinced with Colwill, it did seem like from the little group of defenders they have, like him, Chalobah, some of the other guys, like there doesn't seem like a clear first choice player there. It seems like they're all like trying to be that guy. But Colwill did seem like the one that he would kind of take on the mantle of being like Mr. Chelsea. Like he's been there for time.
Yeah.
Left-footed, so you know he was kind of getting into the England squad. It's kind of a shame that injury's come at a bad time for him because like obviously Tuchel wanting to use a left-footed centre back.
Yeah.
I think he was because Dan Burn was pretty much the other option playing next to Guehi. So and Dan Burn's like 34 or something.
Yeah.
So like Colwill had a big opportunity and like I think this year's setting back big time. So like with that injury and that, I did think that Chelsea would be harmed a bit, and plus I just don't rate their keeper. So,
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I don't rate him.
Yeah, they need a new goalie for sure.
So
He's a good
and
shot
Palace is good
stopper,
too.
but
Palace is,
playing out the back, he's a bit shaky.
yeah, with Mark Guehi and Eze, Palace are a good team. So it's not like a mad result in terms of like anything for Chelsea fans to be that concerned about or anyone to be surprised about. But I don't think Chelsea are going to be as dominant as it was seeming like with the talk in the summer. So
I think it's for Chelsea. They need to, because I really look at this season as it's going to be so intense where a good start's going to be so important just for motivation. But it's just going to be if you're not getting about, I think I predict about a 90-pointer. Like if you're not getting around there early, so that's going to start early. If you're starting with draws and maybe a couple losses here and there, within the first 5 to 6, let's say the first 8, I think there's a certain amount of points you don't want to drop in the first 8 games of the season. I think, and obviously they've already dropped 2, as you can see. And the reason I predict it going this way is all of the teams that people said, barring Chelsea, they've all got 3 points.
yeah,
They all managed to, and it's funny because all of them did it in different ways. Arsenal did it in theirs, and obviously that'll always be the case as football, but Arsenal did it in their way where they proper saw it out. I think it was a tough game, big fixture, they saw it out.
Yeah.
Liverpool's our game was just a shaky one. It looked like we're going to win comfortably. Suddenly, the game is getting equaled up. And then right at the end we ran away with it. But then Man City just blew theirs out from the start to finish, just duppied their opponent. But those teams are gonna try and grind and get them points. That's like the point of like what I'm saying is, so it's gonna be so difficult. Like dropping 2 points to Palace. It's a tough Palace, it's right, but there's not gonna be many opportunities for these things to happen. They're gonna. I mean, they've had a good. They seem to play good in big games, and Maresca. So we'll see that. But when these happen, you've got to now win those. Like you put extra pressure on yourself to win those ones. So yeah, man. But we'll see. We'll see, man. When it comes to the premise, early doors. You know what I'm saying? We still need. Once we get into 5-6 games, it'll be better to really get into this, So let's go with this, man. Check this out, bro. This season, in the Prem, top assists, top goals, top 6 predictions, innit, really? We're rounding this up. So, top assists, who's your man this season? Who's going to get the most assists in the Prem? It's just kicked off on the weekend.
I'm going to go Saka.
Yeah?
I'm going to go Saka. I think with a striker that's supposed to like prides himself off goals, Gyökeres now, I think Saka hopefully will like get more into his creative bag. There was a few signs today where they have opportunities to connect a lot, but it's just the chemistry is just not quite there yet. But I saw enough today to show me that they'll get into some dangerous positions together a lot, providing they're both fit, hopefully, throughout the season. And I think Saka will be top assists this year.
Okay.
And plus the set pieces as well, which were a big threat from. Yeah, Saka's my guy.
Okay. So for myself, I wanted to say, I was thinking Reindeers for City, but I'm going to actually go with Salah. And the reason I'm going with Salah is because I think the amount of goals that Liverpool are going to be able to produce this season in terms of just players around the ball, like with Gakpo, Ekatike, Wirtz just a little bit behind them, I think Salah's going to be in a lot more of a creative role, especially with Frimpong overlapping him a lot. I think he'll come drift out to kind of a bit right cam area a lot, and right striker a bit, but right cam and kind of pull back a little bit and look for that pass a lot and look for that ball, look for those passes. Even whipping in balls maybe with his right foot. It wouldn't surprise me if he's doing that a little bit. But yeah, man, I think with the intensity we've got running out, I think we'll be able to. Yeah, I think Liverpool will and Salah will probably get the most assists. That's just how I see it this season. I was thinking maybe City, but a lot of their games, we think maybe the midfielders fits, but with the defence and that still being shaky from last season, obviously Rico Lewis played good the other day. But I believe when that happens, there's less opportunity for you to create goals, you know what I'm saying? Some games might be tighter.
Yeah.
So yeah. Right. Top goals, and I'll go first since you went first with the last one. Who I think is going to end with the most goals this season. Big one. I'm actually going to go with Haaland. And
Safe.
yeah, safe. It is safe, but I think that it's like people have been sleeping on him, and this has not just been since the 2 goals he scored on the weekend. I thought this before, and I think it's just, you know, like people have been sleeping on him. He's still on a bad season, puts up 20. And on top, he's now got behind him. De Bruyne was obviously cold, but he was coming towards the end of his tenure. He's got like a fresh set of, with this Shirky, he looks like he gets a lot of assists. And then you've got Reindeers behind him as well. I doubt their physicality in the midfield, which is about my last point. But creativity, I think in the midfield, they're going to be able to have a lot this season. Whenever there's games where it's a blowout, if they can keep possession, close games I think will be difficult, like top team games for them. But most of the other games, I think they'll be able to hold possession, and when that's the case, I think Haaland's going to be off the mark for goals. And I think he really had to do some soul searching with the whole humility, humbleness thing that went on, you know what I'm saying? He had to take the swallow that humble pill. And yeah, I think he's going to come back on a bit of smoke, to be honest, in the Champions League as well. But who do you think's going to...
To be fair, I'm not too far from that same answer either. I do think it's probably between him and Salah, like by default. I can't, like, they're just the 2 most prolific guys right now, and like when they're on it, they do astronomical. They're the only ones in the Prem that do astronomical numbers. So yeah, I think it's between those 2. Isak would have been in contention if, you know, he's not about to start missing games already. Like, we don't know what's going on with him, so yeah, he's already kind of made it hard for himself. But between Salah and Haaland, yeah, I'll just go Haaland as well. I would love it to be Gyökeres though. You know, I'd love to bet my guy and it'd be Gyökeres, but yeah, time is going to have to tell on that. But yeah, I'll say Haaland as well. Yeah,
man. Yeah, I think it's just... Yeah, that's just my opinion that will go with Haaland this season, man. I think he's just going to get them goals in. So, boom. That's it for the episode 1. First episode of this. Yeah, man, it was nice to be able to get our thoughts down. Of course, we got to wrap this up because it's been a little while. But yeah, you got anything to say to the peeps?
Come on, Arsenal.
Yeah, come on, Liverpool, bro. And yeah, man, yo, let's talk more football, people. My people who know me and know we like to talk football all the time, hit me up, man. Hit me up for sure. But yeah, peace.